Mikel Arteta tests positive for coronavirus. Lads, what can I say? Just when you thought things couldn't get worse at Arsenal, the manager of Arsenal Football Club, Mikel Arteta, tests positive for coronavirus. I mean, literally a day ago, yesterday, I posted a preview for the Brighton game. But newsflash, lads, that game will no longer go ahead because obviously with Arteta being with coronavirus, Arsenal will not be able to compete in the game. Now, in terms of the implications, of course, they could be a lot bigger. There are reports that have come out saying the Premier League are going to hold an emergency meeting as of today. There are also reports that potentially not only could the weekend's game be cancelled, but also the Premier League season itself could get suspended. So with that, there's a lot of questions of what's going to happen to the Premier League, the teams that are the Premier League, the positions, and also what's going to happen to Liverpool. And also in terms of Mikel Arteta, with him testing positive, what's going to happen to Mikel Arteta? And overall, lads, what is going to happen to the game that is football? Is this the end of football? So many questions and so many problems, all caused by one single thing, and that is of course COVID-19, aka coronavirus. So with that being said, guys, let's get into this video and let's discuss Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta testing positive for coronavirus. What is going to happen now? Let's discuss. The gods! First the City game gets cancelled, now the Brighton game gets cancelled. Why don't you just cancel the Premier League already? I was just chilling on my normal Thursday night, no Europa League to worry about, so I'm just chilling, doing my thing, and I just checked my phone, just checked Twitter, and oh, my manager now has coronavirus. What is going on? Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Passport Team. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a brand new video, and today we are finally going to discuss the one thing that everyone is talking about. Every football fan, basketball fan, tennis fan, cricket fan, anything you are discussing coronavirus. Now, of course, the coronavirus, of course, is a RNA virus that can cause a variety of diseases to humans and other animals. And of course, lads, this disease has now become a pandemic disease, meaning now this is becoming a disease that is spreading across the world like wildfire. No matter where you are, no matter who you're from, no matter how much money you have, how much food you eat, whatever, nobody's safe. As you can clearly see, the Arsenal manager himself has coronavirus. My manager has coronavirus. My manager has coronavirus. My manager has coronavirus. I'm gonna go crazy. So of course, lads, we will discuss Arteta testing positive for coronavirus and also 5 things that will now happen because of this. Quickly though, lads, before we get into the video itself, if you can go down there, smash a like on the video as always. If you guys could smash 100 likes, your boy would appreciate it. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are under 10,000 subscribers and we are getting there ever so slowly and surely. And also, most importantly, let me know your thoughts in the comments on this whole situation. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think should happen? And just let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So with that being said, guys, let's get into this video and let's discuss 5 things that will now happen with Mikel Arteta testing positive for the coronavirus. Oh my god, my manager has coronavirus, lads. What is going on? The first thing that is going to happen, and has already happened, that is the Arsenal players will go into lockdown. Now, the first thing I'm going to do right now is going to read you a statement from the Arsenal website. The statement says, our London Conley Training Centre has been closed after head coach Mikel Arteta received a positive COVID-19 result this evening. The Arsenal personnel who had recent close contact with Mikel will also now self-isolate in line with the government health guidelines. We expect this to be a significant number of people from Conley, including full first team squad and coaching staff. So what that means, lads, straight away is the Arsenal training ground now and the Arsenal Academy training ground is currently closed. It's in lockdown. And anyone who's recently been in contact with Arteta, I mean physical contact, handshake, touching him, talking to him, whatever, they are also now in self-isolation, meaning they can't leave their house for the next 14 days at least. Now, of course, the reason why you go into self-isolation, of course, is because you don't want the disease spreading anymore. And so therefore, lads, not only is Mikel Arteta currently in self-isolation, the whole Arsenal first team squad is in isolation right now. Aubameyang, Ozil, Lacazette, Pepe, Mustafi, everyone in isolation right now. Nobody move, shut down, shut up. In terms of the Arsenal training ground, as I've just said, it is now closed. Of course, they're going to go down and they're going to clean that and make sure there's nothing else that can get this virus going anymore. And in terms of the Arsenal games, of course, if the Arsenal players can't train, there's going to be no Arsenal games for the next at least 14 days. So long story short, lads, not only are the Arsenal players currently in self-isolation, the next few Arsenal games within the next few weeks have also been either cancelled or postponed. Basically, football is over. It's finito. It's done away. On to the second thing that I think is going to happen, and I think might happen already, is the fact that the Premier League games games will be cancelled. Now, in terms of the Premier League, prior to the Arteta news coming out, literally probably 40 minutes prior to that, they announced on their social media saying that they've had a meeting and that all the games from this weekend were going to go ahead. And there's me going, yes, I'm going to get to watch Arsenal play. No, how wrong was I? Because after the Arteta news broke, literally within 20 minutes, another statement come out from Premier League saying they're going to hold another emergency meeting the next day. And I fully expect in that emergency meeting that they will announce that the games, at least for this weekend, will not be going ahead. Because of course, if you look at other teams as well, in terms of Leicester, they've had 3 players come out with coronavirus and signs of coronavirus. If we go over to Man City as well, their left back currently in Benjamin Mendy is also currently in isolation because he is showing symptoms of coronavirus as well. And therefore, that's not only Arsenal that are being affected, but also a lot of other Premier League clubs are currently being affected as well. So my personal thought process behind it is that this week's Premier League games will definitely be postponed. No more football, God. What am I gonna do? What am I meant to do with no football? Moving on to the third thing that I think is going to happen, and that is the Premier League is going to be suspended. So of course, as I've just said, I fully think the games this week will be postponed. But also in terms of the near future of the Premier League, I fully believe the next few Premier League games will be suspended and will probably suspend the season as it is. And the reason for that, of course, is simple. This disease is obviously going to spread even more. There will be more players that come out with the disease, more managers, more staff, and more people will be affected by it. And of course, if you even look into the other leagues around the world, like Liga, Serie A, and even the MLS now have all been suspended. And in terms of Liga, they're currently playing games behind closed doors. If you look into the European competitions like the Europa League and the Champions League, I think UEFA will look to probably postpone those as well. And also not just in terms of football, but if you look at sports around the world, I'm talking the NBAs, your tennis and your F1, they've also currently been suspended. So not only can I watch football, basketball, cricket, nothing, I can't watch nothing, my life is over. You're telling me I can't watch any sports whatsoever. So for me, lads, I think it is fully inevitable that the Premier League will be suspended for the rest of this season, and what happens next, I'm not quite sure. Moving on to the fourth thing that I think will happen, and that is the Euros will be postponed to 2021. No Euros either. God, you're killing me. Now, of course, in terms of this is obviously a massive statement to make, but I fully believe the Euros for this season will be cancelled and postponed for next year. And the reason why I say that, of course, is because if the Premier League season and the La Liga season and the Bundesliga season all get suspended, that means that season's not finished yet. So what you can't do is you can't just go into an international tournament with part of the season still to play. And also not just in terms of the suspension of football, but also what I think is the travel. If the Euros happen, there have to be fines there. And in terms of the Euros that was going to happen this year, it was going to be all across Europe. I'm talking games in Amsterdam, England, Italy, everywhere. So that means a lot of travel for fans and a lot of integrated fans as well. Which of course, if that was to happen now, that would just be completely stupid, because what you're doing is you're massively increasing the likelihood of the disease spreading. But if you were to cut off the fans and play games behind closed doors, who on earth wants to watch an international tournament with teams playing behind closed doors? Imagine getting to the Euros final and there be no fans. Yeah, it's got no fans. Well, no, you quite literally do not have any fans. So therefore, for me, like, looking into the travel for the players and the fans, and also the likelihood of the disease spreading even more, and then also the major leagues get suspended, I fully believe the Euros will be postponed to the next year. That is, of course, if this thing has been sorted by next year. Maybe this is the actual end of football. Maybe this season is the final season in Premier League history. So yeah, to summarise, the full thing that I think will happen from this is that the Euros will be cancelled and moved on to the 2021 season. And moving on to the fifth and final thing that I think will happen, and that will be the next season could be affected. Now, in terms of what's happening right now, lads, I don't think we understand how big this is right now. Not only is this currently affecting the current season, but I fully believe this will also affect the next season and maybe the season after that as well. Because what you're looking at is, if you suspend this season, that means games get pushed even further, which means teams might have to play in July, which would then push the 2020-21 season even further. So what I am trying to say, lads, and I really think this thing here can have a massive knock-on effect in terms of football for the next 2 or 3 years at least, which is absolutely mental, because literally 2 weeks ago there was no massive fuss about football. Everything was just a possibility. No one took it seriously, and within a space of 2 or 3 weeks, everyone is being affected. Games are being cancelled left, right and centre. People have to stay at home. People are going into lockdown. Players are going into lockdown. Everything just seems to me too surreal. It honestly feels like I right now am in a movie right now. In one of those movies where the world's ending and here we are. As a person who lives in London, me using the train and so, even that could get dangerous for me now. Me going out to the shop now could be dangerous. Me jumping on a bus could be dangerous to me now. So what I am trying to say to you lads is, not only am I being affected in football terms, but also in terms of lifestyle. I can't leave my house with confidence anymore because nobody's safe. And also lads, in terms of the season, what's going to happen to Liverpool now? They've waited 30 plus years for a league title. They finally get to the point and then bang, this disease comes out of nowhere. So now if the season gets suspended or games get played behind closed doors, how are Liverpool fans meant to see their team lift the Premier League trophy live? How is the parade going to happen? This is just so mental, man. And yeah, lads, to me lads, this just feels not real. I still cannot process what's happening, and all I can say to you guys is stay safe, and my prayers players and with everyone right now. People are fighting over toilet paper. This is getting very, very seriously now, and now we need to start taking this very seriously. Take the precautions, look at the government guidelines, and make sure you're not putting yourself at risk for no reason whatsoever. I myself love the beautiful game of football, but if the beautiful game of football affects my health, I will stop watching the beautiful game of football, no matter how much it hurts me. And so what I am trying to say to you guys is, let's put our health and also the players' health and the manager's health prior to just playing a game of football. This actually could be the end of football. And I'm not even joking, lads. But with that being said, guys, I am going to end the video there and there. I can't lie, looking into the possibilities of what can happen, I am kind of getting scared myself. But of course, lads, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to go and smash a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also let me know your thoughts in the comments on whatever is going on. Your thoughts on how we're going to get out of this. Are we going to get out of this? And is this the end of football as we know it? And also let me know what you think is going to happen next. So with that being said, guys, just end the video there and there. This is a video that I never thought I'd ever make. But lads, here we are. Obviously, get well soon to Mikel Arteta. And also stay safe for you guys. You know, my prayers are with you guys. Hopefully you guys can remain safe, and hopefully, lads, we as just a human race can get through this. Forget football for now. Health comes first. And yeah, guys, I will see you next time, hopefully in a bit.